Hello, hello, what's up, people? What's up, people? YouTube, I got my YouTube going finally. So let me go ahead and get myself set up for my um, Facebook Live now that I know that I have you connected first. Okay, so give me one quick second. Hello, people out there in YouTube land. This is my first time going live on YouTube. Um, So, just to tell you all a little bit about myself, I am um, newly in my spiritual awakening, well, conscious about my spiritual awakening, which has been moving rapidly for me ever since I came to the consciousness of it all. Which was back in around September 2019, even though I had been, unbeknownst to me at the time, prior to that time, I was in the midst of a spiritual awakening, but I was going through those things subconsciously or whatever. So that led me to quitting my job to service and work my path, just going in the knowing of it without having much fruit born from it. That makes sense. Um, from there, I started to claim and walk in my gifts and service my gifts by serving others, hence bringing me here, throwing cards, reading cartomancies, and playing cards. As a diviner for spirit and between spirit and you all. Uh, mm, Alrighty, so I had to get that together, get my Facebook Live together. So now I'm live both Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so what's up? What's up, Facebook? I hate when people do this. Don't call me on a Facebook Messenger out the blue. Okay, sorry about that, Facebook. But yeah, I'm here live. I'm also live on YouTube, so I got that shit together. So I want to say thank you, both YouTube and Facebook, for being patient with me as I get this thing set up. All right. So as said on yesterday, I will be dealing with narcissism and empaths. Thing, a duality, if you will. Um, okay, so let's get into the description. Empaths are empathic people, are people who can pick up on the vibes of other people within close range of themselves, whether it's happy feelings, sad feelings, anger, jealousy, any and all of that. Empaths can pick up on those emotions, not even just sense those emotions, but also channel them into themselves as if they are their own emotions. So empaths are very, very sensitive to nature, very sensitive to animals, very sensitive to people. Uh, a lot of times empaths will steer away from a lot of people because it's so much energy that they channel if they don't know how to control their giftings and protect and heal their own energies, because it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with. Empaths do tend to shine a bright light from within. um, so, 9 times out of 10, if you've come across an empath in your life, if you are not already one, and even if you are already one and you've come across another empath, you will know it on some level or another. Empaths generally make people feel good when they are around them. Why? Because a lot of times they are absorbing and channeling people's negative energies, feelings, and thoughts about themselves or a general situation, and the empath takes it upon themselves, therefore providing you relief and healing for those energies and vibrations that don't necessarily resonate with you on a positive level, therefore causing you stress, anger, sometimes even some physical pain. Okay. Narcissists, that's just like a brief description for empaths. Narcissists are people who don't really have an identity of their own. They are very selfish, very greedy, borderline psychopathic. Um, and that's just my description of narcissists based on my own personal experience. That's not, it's probably close to a textbook definition, but that's the definition from my book of life and experience. They are pretty much the devil incarnate, if you believe in him. It um, they, like I was saying, they're very shallow. They don't have an identity of their own. So because they don't have an identity of their own, they seek out people to whom they can emulate and portray their personality, their characteristics, their moral values, and take it on as if it's their own, knowing full and well that it's not. And they do this all in an attempt to capture and snare their fuel. Their fuel. Narcissists and empaths are ironically attracted or drawn to each other. Okay. Narcissists are drawn to empaths simply because of the light that they possess within themselves, the knowing, the power, the empathy, the charisma, everything that the narcissist needs to exist in the light, because narcissists are filled so much with shadow that they don't have light of their own. And if they do have light of their own, it's not strong enough to pierce the shadow within. So they seek that light from other people, namely empaths. Okay, and what it is that they feed off the energy of empaths. Empaths are high energy beings. You know, um, not to say that they're better than anyone. It's just that, and they have what drives the narcissist. So again, the narcissist will mold himself to be what he believes the empath needs in his life, and then once he does that, you know, gaslighting can ensue. Gaslighting, as I explained, I think it was briefly yesterday or either the day before. Gaslighting is one of the narcissist's most favorite tools and weapons against his supply. Narcissists will have you believe after you've witnessed something, 8 times out of 10, something at the hands of the narcissist. You witness the narcissist taking something or saying something or doing something. And when you call the narcissist on that particular act, the narcissist will deny, 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 deny. No, of course not. You didn't see that. No, of course not. You didn't see that. What are you thinking? Are you crazy? No, I didn't say that. This is what I said. And he will do it so well. Hello, everyone. Thank everyone for coming in, checking me out, seeing what I'm talking about. I love you all. But the narcissist will deny so emphatically to have the fuel, 9 times out of 10, an empath, believing or second guessing or questioning what it is that they witness with their own eyes, with their own ears, with their own mouth, with their own sense of intuition. And after a while, if the empath doesn't remove him or herself from that situation, that begins to bleed reality into the consciousness of that person who is the fuel for the narcissist. So now the narcissist has moved you from once being a strong individual to becoming someone who can't even trust their own thoughts. Who can't even trust or believe the sights that they've seen with their own eyes. And in some cases, even with their own third eyes. They don't believe, they can't believe what it was that they just said. I just recited the days of the week. But did I just recite it because I know I spoke those words myself? I heard the words out of my mouth. I saw the structure of the words in my mind, but here it is. This person that I love, this narcissist, is telling me, no, it didn't just happen. And because, or instead of believing and trusting myself, I believe and trust the word of someone who is telling me something isn't true, but I know very well it is. And therefore, I what? Second guess myself. I can't believe in myself. I can't trust myself. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do this on a one-on-one basis. They'll do this in front of a crowd. A lot of times they will set you up to be around a lot of people and start gaslighting you with different triggers. Because by this time, they have gaslit you so well, they have a couple of favorites that they like to pull out. And then once they do that, they just watch you spin out of control, and people believe that you're crazy, that you're going through some stress and strife because you acting out based on the gaslighting techniques and skill from your narcissist. Narcissists appear to be very charming, at the beginning because they have studied you. 9 times out of 10, if you have been involved with a narcissist, they have studied you. They have watched you a while to learn what it is that you like, what you don't like, how you like to do it, when, how often. If you like to switch it up, flip it, rub it down, I don't know. They've been watching for all of that to use that to ensnare you and bring you into their web. And then once they get you, maybe for a little while, they'll make you feel like shit is creep. Everything is all good. Treat you so lovingly, so sweet, but then that switch flips. And then you're the most distasteful person in the world. Like, they can barely stand to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do that when they're close to finding a fresh supply. Somebody else that got some better fuel or just different fuel for the time being. So what will they do? They will discard you. They will make you feel like shit and toss you to the side while they out here hanging up with their new boo, their new supply, their fresh supply, because they done ran you down ragged for so long, gaslighting you and all of this shit, running you ragged. Now they know you need a break. So, and that's not being generous or a loving thought or considerate, because you need a break. No, bitch, you need a break so that you can replenish your fuel for them. So they discard you, kick you to the side, bring in a new fuel and supply. Love them up, love bomb them, get them set up, primed, and all of this shit, and do the same shit that they did with you on them. And then what do they happen? Either they have a third sources of fuel in lineup after that one, or they're going right back to you. So what do they do with that present one? They discard that one and turn right back around to you or the new one, the third supply. And they do it over and over again. That's the cycle of a narcissist. They won't think nothing of it. They won't feel bad. Narcissists are usually very vain as well. They don't like the fact that they're aging. That's very, very damaging to their ego. Narcissists are all ego, okay? Or want to be ego, okay? They want to have or be the ego of the people that they target, but they can't be that, okay? So that's just a little bit about narcissists, empaths. If you have any questions, feel free to hit the comment section. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is I am going to do a timeless reading, timeless soul reading, open to the general public, collective, matrix society, anyone out there who may be dealing with a narcissist or think that they may be dealing with a narcissist on some level and may not know. But anyone that resonates with anything regarding narcissists and empaths and their connections, this reading is for you all, okay? If it resonates on any level. If it doesn't, so be it. Don't worry about it. Why would you worry about something that doesn't resonate with you? Waste the energy. Don't waste it here, okay? This is only for the people that it resonates with. So, regarding empaths, narcissists, the relationships and bonds, Okay, so on the red, we have 2 3s. On the red, we have 2 3s. 6. I think this came out yesterday, just like this, in one of my readings. Then on the blue, we have 6. So this energy is so appropriate. 6 plus 6, what is that? 12. 1 plus 2, 3. You all know that 3 is my number for confusion. What state of mind can better be described by the onset of a narcissist? Confusion. Because you don't know what the fuck is going on. Spirit gave that number on purpose. For people on YouTube, what I do before I start throwing my cards is I throw the dice. I have 3 dice, 2 red, 1 blue. And based on the numbers that come out using my numerology, I simplify to the lowest number or numbers, and determine and divine the energy from those numbers. That'll be the overall energies for the reading. Spirit will further clarify the details of that energy within the reading by the throwing of my cards. Yes, I use playing deck cards, my soul deck, my love deck, and then the Beyond deck that I use to decipher messages from past on loved ones, ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, shaman spirits, pharaoh, whatever I need to divine through other entities at that time. Okay. Alrighty. So moving forward, again, just to recap on the numerology end of it, we have the number 3, which signifies confusion, chaos, mess. Okay, so we already know that's a good indicator that we are dealing with some empath narcissistic energy, because the narcissist is chaos and mess, all in of him or herself. And with all of that chaos and mess, it causes confusion to the empath. You don't even have to be an empath to be wrapped up with a narcissist. Okay. It's just that typical draw to each other universally. Alrighty, so nothing's jumping out here from the deck, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay the spread, and we'll see what Spirit has to say, okay? Messages for empaths and narcissists. They're narcissists. Okay, so maybe I just had to speak to it a little bit. 2 cards came out. Okay. That's interesting. One of my favorite. Hopefully you can hear that sarcasm behind my tone. But one of my favorite bitches are here. Okay, nothing else jumping out. Okay, let's see. Okay. Alrighty. So let's start from the top of the spread. We have here 5 of Wands, 5 of Wands. 5 is almost always indicative of change in your intuition. Your intuition may be starting to stir for some of you all, because where you may not know exactly about narcissists, you're starting to feel that something isn't right with a union or a relationship that you're in with someone. You're starting to notice some things. You may have even experienced the gaslighting side of things. And even though your narcissist has gotten you to question yourself, to question your own mind and way of thinking, your intuition is starting to kick in here with being represented by the 5 of Wands, because your intuition is letting you know something is not right here. Something is not right here. So there's a stirring here with the 5 of Wands. I'm going to look into something else just to clarify. Okay. You definitely need a change from this situation. That's one of the energies that is coming out for my people out there that resonate with empaths and narcissistic energies or experiences. Your intuition is telling you that something needs to change, and quickly. because this is not the situation for you. Okay. I feel like that for some of you all, and this can be said for the total case of dealing with empaths and narcissists. Your narcissist is very envious and jealous of you, and yeah, I almost want to say this is true for all cases of that, because you have what they can't obtain on their own. They are so fulfilled and filled with shadows that if they have any light, they can't access it. So they take and draw from yours. And as they take and draw from yours to provide fuel for themselves to put on the show that they're putting on, they breed envy and jealousy because you naturally have what they don't and can't naturally obtain. And I never like to say can't when dealing with spirit, but if a narcissist does change from being that type of person, it takes some heavy shadow work. That working for the faint of heart is heavy duty work, because there are a lot of issues that need to be addressed when trying to get when a narcissist has realized their shadows and wants to actively come out of the shadows and bear their own light. I haven't heard of many situations like that, but I'm sure it is highly possible, because with spirit, all things are possible. You know, especially when you are consciously and actively creating and co-creating with your own life and universe. Okay. But yeah, some of you all, your intuition is stirring up and telling you, letting you know something's not right. Okay. Here we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords. Well, the number 8 usually signifies a turnabout coming around. So, some situations may go from bad to worse. Well, good to bad, bad to good, because we're talking. Excuse me. Challenges, work-related, opposition from loved ones, stress. Take a step back, rejuvenate. Okay, stress. Take a step back, rejuvenate. So for the people out there who have the energy of the Five of Wands, and your intuition is starting to stir and let you know that something needs to change, something isn't quite right in this relationship. Okay, that energy and that the fact that intuition is speaking to you is causing you to stress out a little bit. It's causing you to stress out a little bit, because this narcissistic person that's involved in your life, you have allowed strong ties to be built with that person. And even though your intuition is speaking to you and calling out to you, there is a huge part of you that doesn't want to allow yourself to listen to and recognize and embrace what your own intuition is telling you. And yes, we do this a lot to ourselves. Our intuition is telling you, bitch, don't get in that car. Don't link up with that man. Don't sleep with that hoe. Clear as day, our intuition telling us don't. But what do we do? Do the opposite of what our intuition is telling us to do. That breeds stress, because we are not only going back and forth with the situation, we're going back and forth within ourselves, our natural selves and our higher selves. Okay, that breeds stress, undue stress. Why be in resistance with your own self? Step back, take a break, rejuvenate. Okay? Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting that inner intuition. It's inner, yours. Take ownership of that shit. Take ownership of your own inner intuition and stop taking ownership of that which resides outside of you. Why are we constantly claiming things outside of us and ignoring what's inside? Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. That's how a lot of us get entangled and wrapped up with a narcissist, because we are ignoring our inner voice and intuition, going against the grain to believe what's outside of us instead of what's inside of us. And that's stupid if you ask me. And I've been stupid because I've done that very thing. I have to give a quick shout out to my baby, because I did not shout him out at the beginning of the video, which I usually do that these days. So I love you, babes. If you are in here, thank you for coming in, supporting as always. Okay, here we have, what is this? Oh yeah, the bitch. This is the Queen of Swords. otherwise known as the Black Widow. Okay, the Black Widow, this manipulative, deceitful, malevolent bitch. I think there's maybe only been one, if not two. That's the max. Two readings that this bitch did not make an appearance. All other readings, this bitch shows up. There's a lot of manipulation, a lot of deceit, a lot of malevolent energy from this bitch. And this is so appropriate in this reading because we're dealing with narcissists and empaths. So this tells me that for some of you, or maybe both can be narcissists, it's not gender limited or determined. Okay, it's not based on sexual orientation. A lot of times, narcissists will be bisexual to broaden the horizon and feel that they need to survive. Okay, alrighty, but a lot of you all are dealing with female narcissist. If it's a man, he's high in female energy, okay? Which is nothing wrong with that. We are all both bearers of female and feminine energy, just some more than others, again, indeterminate of your sexual orientation, gender, any of that, okay? But your narcissist may be in the form of a girlfriend, spouse, mother, aunt, best girlfriend, good Judy. You know what I'm saying? But she's no good. A lot of you all need to look at the people that you are tied with in this manner. If you are not in a relationship, look at your close female friend, your aunt, your mom, your grandma. Okay, because this is a heavy energy here. Okay. Now here we have Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. This generally means that there is a clearing on to the next level, growth, or wanting growth within your heart space. So I'm taking this energy one of two ways. That for some of you all, even in the midst of this narcissistic energy, some of you all are still ignoring what's right in front of you, and you are wishing, you're trying to manifest the relationship going to the next level blindly. You want this to go to the next level when clearly you can't even see what the next level of this is. That's a trip. This is a trip. On the other hand, on the flip side of the energy of this card, for those of you all who are getting into your intuition, or start to get into your intuition and lean more towards that, things will begin to become clearer for you, and you'll begin to want out of that type of energy, out of that type of relationship, that type of soul connection, that type of bond, that type of union. Okay. So behind this card, there are two energies that's being represented. Someone who is blindly still within this type of union with a narcissist and is wanting things to go to the next level. Boo-boo, only the next level in commitment ain't loving commitment. It's more mess on top of mess. Okay? Okay? The other side of this energy is for the people, again, who are starting to lean toward their intuition and begin to decipher and see things for what they are. This is representative of you wanting more for yourself and to be out of that relationship. And following this energy, it will happen for you. It will happen for you. Why? Because the Ten of Wands comes out after the Ten of Cups. So after you get into that heart space of wanting more and better for yourself than what you currently have, you're going to get up and bounce. It's time to go. It's time to travel. Time for a new life, new city, new surroundings. Okay? Because once you leave a narcissist, you have to go cold turkey. Dead silence. Don't reach out to them. If you can, move far away. No distance, no contact, no nothing. Okay? Those from the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Wands to the King of Cups. Okay? So for my gentlemen out there, or females out there with strong masculine energy, Um, Once you're able to do that, you come to that realization that's behind the Ten of Cups. You come to that realization because you've started to into and trust your intuition. You start getting into this more, wanting more for yourself, wanting more for your heart space, period, wanting more and better than a narcissist. You go ahead and you take that walk, you leave, you bounce, you rotate, you start a new life, you travel somewhere else. By doing the work and all of this stuff, you have regained your heart space. You are now king of your heart. Okay? You are king of your heart. That's not going to happen to you anymore because you know what's in your heart. And the light that's in your heart is going to shine the shadows out of the narcissist if they ever approach you again. In which they rarely should try to approach you again because now you'll wear that energy. Don't mess with me. I already know who you are before approach. And a narcissist, the seasoned narcissist will pick up on that and they will back the fuck off. That's too much work for them. That's too much work for them. At the same time that you supply energy and fuel for them, you are their worst enemy, empaths. Okay? They want your light. They want to subdue the light from you. But if you know what you're doing and you're into your power, empaths, you can shine that light right on them. They'll back away because they don't want their shadows to be revealed. That's one of the only things that they fear. Okay? Sorry about that brief interruption. Okay. So yeah. So for those of you all who master this energy here, you're going to go ahead and become king of your heart. This is 1/4 of the divine masculine energy. Okay. For some of you, this may represents even open doors for new relationships, a new person, a new man in your life. Okay. But either way, this is good, positive energy for your heart space because you did the work, you leaned into your intuition, and you got yourself up out of that narcissistic energy, that narcissistic relationship. But it's going to take work to stay out of it too because they will come after you. They will try to find you because at the end of the day, they still need that fuel, that they still need that supply from you. Okay. They might even send out their little flying monkeys trying to gather information and see where you at. Flying monkeys are these, and I'm gonna lovingly call you all this, but the flying monkeys are these idiots who just run up behind this narcissist or whatever. They can't even see the narcissist for what they are because they are too blinded in some shape, form, fashion, or another, and they have to be in order to just run up behind somebody and believe and do whatever it is they say do. That's a flying monkey. Don't be one of those. Don't be one of those. Spirit, is there anything else for empaths and narcissistic energy and relationships for the collective and the matrix society, such as it be? Is there anything else you want to let them know? Okay. This is going to be an ongoing topic for me because I haven't even got into the bulk of information and my own personal experiences dealing with narcissists. Like I've dealt with them my entire life, most of my life, not even realizing, but they are some dangerous people. They will drive you absolutely crazy. They will have you think that you are downright losing your mind, and the extents that they go to and tricks and tactics that they use are mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Okay, so only 2 more cards jumped out. We got the 8 of Wands. Okay, some of you will still remain in this confused state, the ones who don't get up, in that intuition and kind of just remain. You will remain and repeat a cycle of being in that relationship, being locked in a state of confusion. This highly opinionated energy is coming from your narcissist. So that tells me that the opinions of your narcissist is going to overtake your own mental space. And you're going to lean more toward that of the narcissist's thoughts and opinions than that of your own. Stop doing that, Biddy. They ain't going to lead you nowhere. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Page of Wands, grateful, grateful, supportive. Sorry about that. I'm running out of space on my phone. But Page of Wands again, grateful, supportive. Okay. So the people that got themselves out of that situation, that some of you all are going to allow yourself to remain in because you are going with that of the highly opinionated thoughts and wants of your narcissist. You're going to allow yourself to stay in that mess, and it's only going to breed more and more unhappiness for you. But for the ones who got into that intuition, Page of Wands, it's no coincidence. Nothing in spirit or the divine is ever coincidental. Everything happens for a reason in its own time. Page of Wands, the people that did the work got into that intuition and brought themselves up out of that and found themselves in a King Heart space. You are now very grateful. You're very thankful to be at where you're at now. If you're not already there where you're going, where you know yourself to be going, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, you're very grateful and you are supported, okay? Keep doing what you need to do to get yourself up out of that situation and remain out of that situation. Make no mistakes. If you leave, sooner or later, they will try to find you. Narcissists are relentless. Okay? They can't just get supply from any old body. I mean, I guess technically they can, but you have to be a higher vibrating and resonating being to supply fuel that's sufficient enough for a narcissist. Okay? Because remember, they don't have nothing themselves. They can't draw on the energy from themselves because they are so inhabited within shadow. Okay? So inhabited within their own shadows. They can't find the light. They don't have any light themselves, so they seek yours. And bitch, they be hungry. They be greedy. They want buffet style. You feel me? All right? So, they don't want to jump down. I'll see what it is. This is what the three of Pentacles. Comforter. Some of y'all want that comfort from this type of relationship, but you're not going to release it and release yourself from it. You can't get comfort without releasing yourself from this situation. Why remain in confusion? Why remain in chaos? Why remain in mess? Is that because that's what your childhood was like? And that's most comfortable for you? Trust me, I get it. I get it because I've been through it. Some of y'all just don't know my story and everything that I've been through and came out of. There ain't no joke out here. These narcissists ain't no punk. I mean, they punk in the way that they don't have their own self-identity. They can't create one. And the sad thing about it is that we are all creators. We are all co-creators. So if you are that far within your own shadows that you cannot create your light, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. That's not the life that's intended for us. Not through the divine, not through the matrix, probably. Okay. Yes, Shay. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So, again, this will be an ongoing topic for me. Moving forward, I'll be fine-tuning schedules. I know that during the first week of the month, Monday through Thursday, those will be my zodiac readings. Monthlies, they'll be at the start of the month. Mondays will always be Fire Mondays for my fire signs. Earth Tuesdays for my earth signs. Water Wednesdays and Air Thursdays. And then Fridays will be an open topic or one that I get from spirit, or maybe free sample readings that day. We'll see as it unfolds and as this aspect of my business grows and expands. Be thankful for these Facebook Live videos, because this is only for a limited time to get exposure, to let you all see what it is that I do, how I do it. Because after a while, I will be strictly on Patreon. and YouTube Live. I will go from Facebook Live to YouTube Live 100%. So as Spirit leads and guides. Excuse me. But yeah, so start checking out my Patreon. That is a paid subscription. My Patreon page, because let's be realistic with this. This is my business. One aspect of my business is what I love to do. I genuinely love it, but it is a business. Okay. So don't think y'all gonna be getting free readings all the time, every day. If it resonates, if it's feeding to some level, you have to give back to what's giving to you, okay? That's why this is a business. Spirit told me to focus on this aspect of my business for a while. I can still focus on my photography. It's still gonna be there. It's still gonna flourish. It is flourishing. It is blossoming. Uh, just as your soul business is flourishing and blossoming, but it needs to be your focus right now. So because Spirit says that, that's what I'm doing right now and putting my focus on. So I appreciate everybody for coming in to fuck with me, to hear what Spirit has to say, to support all of that good shit. It means the world to me because at the end of the day, I am soul driven, soul intended. This is not, even though this is a business for me and how I make my living, this is not about a bag or a coin for me. It is about bringing light to the shadows of your life and pushing you forward to be the best you that you can be and to reach your highest potentials and to manifest and create as we all are intended to be. You did? You did. Cool. So, is there anything else that I want to say? So yes, I will not be live Saturday nor Sunday, my days of rest. I will return Monday through Friday, 12 noon, live on Facebook and now live on YouTube. Okay. I will update the details of this video with my YouTube information. If you don't already have it, no, I don't know about Heart Bitch. So you just gonna have to come back and read the updated shit, okay? Again, I love you all for loving and accepting me authentically, who I am. I encourage you to authentically be yourself, regardless of what other people say, think, because it's your life. Yours, not theirs. You create what it is that you want, okay? All right. So, deuces, you all have a great weekend. All right, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. All right, deuces.